Now, this may be the exact opposite of alcohol minimum pricing. How would you feel about parting with the best part of £1 million for a bottle of whisky? Well, auctioneers think that's what will happen today when a MacLean, distilled in 1926 and matured for 60 years, goes under the hammer. The whisky expert Charles MacLean's in our Edinburgh studio now. Good morning to you.
Morning, Bill.
You excited about this one?
Yeah. The auction is not today, by the way. It's next Wednesday.
Okay. Well, it'll still be there, I dare say. It's lasted all this time. Yeah. What do you think it'll be like?
What, the whisky? Oh, it'll be splendid, but it won't be drunk.
Well, it must be drunk at some stage, mustn't it?
Nope.
All right. Okay.
I was working out the estimated price for this is between £700,000 and £900,000.
Right.
If you take the medium of that, 800, a nip would cost you £26,666. So I think it's probably unlikely to be drunk.
It does seem. It seems a shame because obviously its value is partly contingent on its rarity, but also it's presumably a really fine whisky.
Oh, it's a magnificent whisky. It will be a magnificent whisky. It was distilled in 1926 and bottled in 1986, so it's 60 years old. But I agree with you that whisky really is for enjoying, for drinking. That's what it's made for. But you have to make allowances nowadays for not only consumers but collectors and the dread investors. And it's the investors that will drive the price up.
Yeah, and there's a real market now, isn't there, for these sorts of very rare bottles?
Huge. Whisky is perceived as the third most attractive alternative investment, third to classic cars and antiques, certain sorts of antiques.
Is that because they're becoming more rare, Charles?
Yes. It's something of a phenomenon because the collector's market has been around for some time, but the investor's market and the price, I mean, according to the figures that I have, the value of whisky, Scotch whisky, rose by 48.64% in 2016. I mean, it's staggering.
That's a bit of a whisky bubble then, isn't it?
It certainly is. It certainly is.
And in this sale, I gather there's going to be other bottles, things like Black Bowmore, a Macallan 62-year-old, a Dalmore 50-year-old. All of these much lower in price.
Yeah, well, Macallan has led the way for many, many years. And the estimate of achieving £1 million is realistic. If I were a betting man, I would certainly back that. There was an Adami bottles, exactly the same as this. There were only 12 of these bottles filled in 1986, all signed by the artist. And that achieved £814,000 in Hong Kong earlier this year. And so it's not unrealistic to think that it's extremely rare, 12 bottles, and, very desirable for someone who's got the money.
From time to time, we talk about very rare wine making huge prices, but in fact, wine deteriorates in the bottle. Whisky does not, does it?
No, that's absolutely right. Whisky's the same. It will remain, as long as it's properly looked after and properly stoppered, it will remain the same as the day it was filled. So it's a safer investment in that case.
Yeah, well, if you only had £1 million, go and buy that. Look, thank you very much for joining us this morning. I'm not saying that you've made us smack our lips, but maybe later.
If I had £1 million, I'd spend it on something else.
Charles MacLean, whisky expert. Thank you.